Welcome to this video from NANGA Systems. In this video we're going to look at the capabilities of NANGA Cross-Domain Copy, an add-on offered by NANGA Systems for PTC Windchill Requirements Validation and Source, previously known as Integrity Lifecycle Manager. Windchill RV&S documents manage sets of requirements, design specifications, test cases, risks, and other artifacts. Different document and content types are referred to as domains. While content can be easily linked across domains for traceability, copying content from one document type to another requires manual effort, with no native functionality beyond copy and paste to copy the data between the different document and content types. The cross-domain copy function developed by NANGA Systems simplifies this process, enabling content to be copied easily between different domains and even between different Windchill RV&S servers. Attribute and value mappings can be specified to cater for the differences in fields and field values between domains, and filters can be set in order to use only the relevant parts within a document for the copy process. The source and target documents and content can also be linked automatically via a defined relationship to ensure traceability. NANGA Cross-Domain Copy is a client-side function and is comprised of the application, a jar file that can be configured as a custom action in the Windchill RV&S UI, and two types of mapping file in XML format that can be customized to fit your specific use cases. A global mapping file that is configured with the attributes of the source and target document types, and then one or more mapping configurations for each source-target document combination, configured with the specific attribute and value mappings for the content and specifying any filters to be applied to the copy process. NANGA Cross-Domain Copy can be used to support a wide variety of use cases. Examples include where a user has created the wrong document type in Windchill RV&S, for example a requirement specification instead of a design specification. The underlying item types for both document and content are different, and Cross-Domain Copy allows you to easily create a new design specification document using the data contained within the requirement document. Where a document has grown over time and become unwieldy or overloaded, here Cross-Domain Copy can be used to split out the content into separate documents, using filters to specify the source content to be copied in each operation, for example filtering by software or hardware components. When authoring test cases, if we have a one-to-one relationship between requirements and tests, we can easily create a test protocol or test suite document and populate the test cases from the requirement content as our starting point for authoring the tests. Where we have a master document, we can use this as the basis for creating documents for new projects, using filters to copy only the data that's required in each case. And where we have a need to migrate data between Windchill RV&S servers, Cross-Domain Copy allows us to specify a target server for the copy operation, useful in cases where we need to migrate data between production servers, or where we have an admin staging system with data on our development server that we need in QA or production. By way of a simple example, we'll take the first use case here and look at a scenario where we've incorrectly authored a requirement specification document and we then need to copy it to a design specification document. Here in the Windchill RV&S UI, we have our requirement specification document open in the document view and the NANGA Cross-Domain Copy custom action available on the toolbar. Selecting the custom action launches Cross-Domain Copy and opens a window displaying 4 tabs. The first tab shows us the ID of the source document, the requirement specification that we've chosen to copy. Clicking Next brings us to the Target Document tab, and here we can choose the target document type and the project to create the document in. The target document types listed here are those that we previously configured in the global mapping file as possible targets for a requirement specification document. We'll select Design Specification Document and leave the project as we have it here. By default, the current version of the source document will be copied, but we also have the option here to select a specific baseline for the copy operation. We'll also accept the default to create a new document of our chosen type. Alternatively, we could specify an existing document to copy the content to. We can choose to include any added or inserted documents in the source document in the copy operation. As we have none in our example, we'll leave this unchecked. And where we want the target document to be created or populated on a separate server, we also have the option to specify a target Windchill RV&S server and our connection details. With our target document option specified, we can now move to the Mapping File tab. Here we can see the source and target documents specified earlier and can choose which mapping file we want to use for this copy. The mapping configurations are configured with specific attribute and value mappings for the source target document combinations that we want to manage. Mapping configurations can also specify filters so that the copy operation only copies the content identified by the filter. We'll select the mapping file that we've configured for requirement to design documents. Moving to the Final tab, here we can add or amend our mapping options. Any filters specified in the selected mapping configuration are displayed here. In this case, the mapping configuration has a single filter specifying that only content in the source document that has a value of software for the attribute component will be copied. Additional filters can be added here and existing ones deleted. When filters are specified, the hierarchy of the content in the source document will not be recreated in the target document. Rather, the filtered content will be copied in a flat structure. For the purposes of this example, we'll remove the filter so that all content is copied and the hierarchy preserved. Mapping configurations can also contain mappings for trace relationships. So for example, if content in our source document contains traces to test cases using the validated by relationship, we can copy these trace relationships to the newly created content in the target document. We can choose here whether to include or ignore traceability in the copy operation. A further option available is to copy only meaningful content. That is content identified as meaningful in our Windchill RV&S configuration. When selected, this would typically exclude content with the categories of heading and comment, but also any other content categories not identified as meaningful. As with filtering, if we choose to do this, then the source document structure will not be copied. Finally, we can choose to open the target document automatically once the copy operation is completed. With our mapping option specified, we can click on Run Copy to start the cross-domain copy operation. Once the copy completes, our newly created design specification document opens automatically, and we can see the content copied from the requirement specification document, with the content categories set according to our mapping configuration. The relationship field copied from has been automatically populated with the source content item, providing traceability between the source and target content, with the same field providing traceability on the document item itself. Thank you for watching this video from NANGA Systems. For more information on the NANGA Cross-Domain Copy add-on for Windchill RV&S, please contact your nearest NANGA Systems office or email info@nangasystems.com.